Perth, the fourth most populated city in Australia with over 2 million people, is in the southwest. This city is so far from the populated areas that it is considered the most isolated city in the world. Hobart, the capital of Tasmania Island, with just over 251,000 inhabitants, is also in the southeast, but not on mainland Australia. And Darwin is in the central north, with just over 140,000 inhabitants. As a curiosity, the Kiwirrkurra community near the center is the most isolated in the country. One of the most remote towns is Cobar-Petty, located in the south and 526 miles away from Adelaide. We will talk more about it later. One of the most isolated cities is Karratha, located in the west with about 17,000 people, more than 932 miles away from Perth. Why do most Australians live in the east and southeast of the country? And why is it so depopulated? The most important reason is that most of the interior and west of the country is desert, with very extreme conditions that hinder human settlements. As you can see here, almost the entire territory is desert, except for the north and east. 70% of Australia is considered arid or semi-arid, making Oceania the driest continent on the planet. Another reason is that Australia is very, very large, being the sixth largest country in the world, surpassing huge countries like India, Argentina, Mexico, or Algeria. In fact, it is larger than the European Union. The availability of water is a significant challenge, as there are no permanent water sources in the deserts of Great Sandy, Victoria, Gibson, Tanami, and Simpson. This accounts for an area of more than 386,000 square miles with limited access to water. On the other hand, coastal areas with rainfall comprise about 5% of Australian territory, and this is where 95% of the population is concentrated. One reason for the sparse population in northern Australia, despite it not being as desert-like as the central and western parts, is that the soils are nutrient deficient, and the lack of mountains results in little rainfall and very few rivers. Groundwater is also scarce or too saline to be used for irrigation. Australia's extreme geography. Australia spans nearly 2,485 miles in width and 2,299 miles from north to south, covering an area of 2,969,907 square miles. It shares maritime borders with New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, and East Timor. It is the driest, least populated, and flattest continent. The country is divided into 6 states, 2 internal territories, and several external territories. The states are New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria,